using tennis as a metaphor for life, people might focus on competition as the underlying theme. I go down to a more primary level. I say it's interaction. And what is the interaction telling us is, or teaching us, is teaching us to be very attentive of the other person's bodily movements, facial expressivity, muscle tension, gait. So we're picking up all these cues through our own neuroception uh, we have to now interpret. So we start to interpret our body reaction to a person who may make an aggressive behavior towards us. And we have to now deconstruct that before we react on an impulsive, reflexive level. It's not just competition, it's social interactions in which the cues are not necessarily welcoming. And in a sense, that's what competition is. That's what social interactions that are competitive or non-supportive. They're sending cues to our nervous system that they're not, in a sense, watching our back, which they're not. They're trying to create the space for themselves to succeed. I would basically say, in general, all work or many work environments in which evaluation is the constant underlying theme parallels this. So it's not like we can give up our vigilance or our hypervigilance. We now have to manage that need to be safe enough to function at a high level. And I think Michael's videos and Michael's presentations, basically using tennis, are really saying the successful tennis player is one who is able to navigate in a physiological state during great adversity, but not, in a sense, losing it, maintaining enough self-regulatory activity and actually using the social interaction with the competitor as a way of co-regulating. So picking up some cues from the other that are not cues of threat, but cues of interaction. We crave I would say, the excitement, the exuberance of fair competition. In business, this is not always the case, and in academics, it's not the case, because I often say that the people who succeed in those dimensions or those areas often haven't had the history of success on a level playing field. Therefore, they have to now figure out how they can thrive, survive, and basically prosper, and often it's through other types of actions. The important point is the level playing field allows features that we call play to emerge. Not play, I'm playing in a competitive market or playing this, but the aspect of playing, which
like
has
the play zone play,
reciprocity.
like Michael's play zone play.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
right.
really the emergent properties of
Exactly,
ventral
exactly.
plus sympathetic.
Yeah, and even in academics, when you have that, you basically have dialogue with colleagues where you're criticizing each other, but what you're doing is identifying vulnerabilities, and then you're trying to counter a way of saying those aren't vulnerabilities, you're not understanding me. So you get the same type of back and forth. You're basically volleying, and the issue is to create that volley back and forth reduces the distance in understanding one's position from the other person.
Yeah.
It's playful. It can be playful,
exactly.
but it takes a person to understand what play is without taking the cues of the volley as if it's threat and aggression. It's like I'm playing tennis, but someone hits a hard ball at me and my body says, oh, they're going too hard.